We continue now at the top of Daf Lamed Zayin Amud Aleph Meseches Eruvin. This is Eruvin Daf 37a. The Gemara here is trying to prove that Rabbi Yehuda does not hold of Breira, and the Gemara is proving this from a case where a person buys wine from the Kusim. He doesn't have any other kalim to separate Truma, Meiser, things like that. So instead what he does is he says, Shnei Lugin Shani Osad Lahafresh. The two Lugin that I will separate for Truma, Harehin Truma. Those are going to be Truma. I'm not designating the specific wine that's going to be Truma right now, but whatever is left over, and I designate it later as the Truma will be Truma. Asara, 10 portions Meiser Rishon, that'll be Meiser Rishon. Tisha, 9 portions Meiser Sheni, that'll be Meiser Sheni. Umechel, and then he could redeem the Meiser Sheni. V'shosa miyad, he could drink it immediately. Divrei Rabbi Meir, that's the opinion of Rabbi Meir, because Rabbi Meir presumably is using Breira. He's saying that whatever it turns out at the end is the Truma and the Meiser, retroactively is going to be the Truma and the Meiser. Rabbi Yehuda, Rabbi Yossi, Rabbi Shimon Osrin, and Rabbi Yehuda and Rabbi Yossi and Rabbi Shimon all say it's a problem. Apparently they say it's a problem, as Rashi says, Kazal Kadai Techashta, the Tamayim Mishum Dekasavri, in Breira. Right now we think that the reason is they hold there is no Breira. So the Gemara now says, Ula Omar Ula says, Lesser la'ayo mimas nisan. No, it's not true. We reject ayo from our Mishnah. So the Gemara says, Velahad Katani Rabbi Yehuda Rabbi Yossi Rabbi Shimon Osrin. But what do you mean? How could you say that? We have here this brisa that we just quoted. Rabbi Yehuda says it's aser, meaning Rabbi Yehuda does not hold of breira. Now Ula is suggesting that we don't hold of ayo, and instead we're saying Rabbi Yehuda does hold of breira. So which one is it? So the Gemara answers, Ula Zuga Zuga Katani. Ula learns this, Zug Zug, different girso, Zuge Zuge. Ula holds that the brisa should be learned in pairs as follows. Divrei Rabbi Meir Rabbi Yehuda. It should be Rabbi Meir and Rabbi Yehuda both say you can do breira in the case of the lokeach yayin mi ben akusim, and then Rabbi Yossi Rabbi Shimon Osrin. Rabbi Yossi and Rabbi Shimon say it's a problem. So you don't read it that Rabbi Yehuda, Rabbi Yossi, and Rabbi Shimon Osrin. You read it Rabbi Meir and Rabbi Yehuda together. They say it works. They say there is breira, and Rabbi Yossi and Rabbi Shimon say it's a problem. So the Gemara now continues. V'sava Rabbi Yossi ein breira. Does Rabbi Yossi really hold that you cannot use breira? We have a proof from the following Mishnah Meseches Kinin that Rabbi Yossi holds a breira. Of Hatanan we learned in the Mishnah. Rabbi Yossi says, Shtei nashim shelachu es kinehen be'eruv o shenasnu kinehen lekohen. Let's say you have two women. They're each obligated to bring a carbon ola sa'of, and a kin is one akinim is going to be a ola sa'of and a chata sa'of. So each woman has to bring an ola sa'of, a carbon ola that's a bird, and a chata sa'of, a chatas that's a bird. So, but the thing is, they buy them together, and they buy them in a partnership, or they give them over to the Kohen. And the Mishnah says, Ezel sheyirtza Kohen yakrav ola, or Ezel sheyirtza yakrav chatas. He can take one set of birds and say these two are going to be carbon olas, and then he can take the other two and say these two are going to be carbon chatas, and each one should go for whatever particular woman. So again, the Gemara here seems to be saying that it's some kind of, and again, this is also Rabbi Yossi's opinion, so it seems to be that Rabbi Yossi's holding a breira. Rashi over here says, Be'era b'shutfas, again, they buy these kinim, they buy them in a partnership. La'ezim and akinin sheyirtza beis hapredos yakrav olos. Two of them they could say are ola l'shtei hanashim, each one for each woman, for the two women. V'yas kano echad, and the other kan yakrav shtei chatos. They could say both those birds are carbon chatos l'shtei hanashim for the two women. The kol shekein in balachale kol kan v'kan predo liolo predo l'chatos. And for sure, if you want to take each kan and say this one is going to have one bird for a chatos, one for an ola, and same with the other one, that's for sure the shaper dummy. That's for sure. Okay, you can even say these two birds from this set are going to be a carbon ola, and these two birds from this set are going to be a carbon chatas. Point is, from the fact that you see they can buy it in a partnership, that implies there's breira. You're basically saying, oh, this particular bird which was brought for this particular woman is really hers, retroactively. The shem bailim ba'inin, because you certainly need shem bailim on a carbon. If you didn't have breira, then the animals that were brought, the carbonis that were brought for this particular woman, maybe they weren't hers. Maybe they belonged to her friend. The carbon hakare b'shinoi bailim, and if you have a carbon that's brought with the wrong owners, it's not going to work. Certainly it's true by a chatas that's brought not lishma, or shelo l'shem ba'alel lagamri mifsala. That's totally possible. The kviyas of who the bailim are is not totally in the kohen. So it seems we're using breira over here. So it seems like Rabbi Yossi holds there is breira. So the Gemara answers, Amar Rabba says, Hasam kishehisnu. There, in that particular case, they actually made a tanai. Rashi here says, "Kishehisnu hanoshim beineyen." The women made a tanai. Shekol mi sheyakrav hakohen l'shmo yehei shelo. They basically said, whoever the kohen brings it for, it will be hers. Now, the women are in fact in charge of the baila, so to speak. They can make a tanai, so that doesn't require brayer at all. So the Gemara then says, if that's the case, not a chiddush at all. What's the chiddush? Kevon, Rashi says, Kevon the das kohen toloi. If they said that it's toloi in the das of the kohen, so it's not a chiddush. So the Gemara answers, Kamash malon keder Rav Chisda. No, it is a chiddush. It's teaching us like Rav Chisda. Rav Chisda says, "Ein hakinen misparshos." The kinen are not designated; they're not specified. We'll see the continuation of his statement in the next moment. But Rashi here explains, "Kamash malon k'Rav Chisda she'afa b'shayakol kan v'kan b'fnei atzmo ela shalachim biyachad." In this particular case, each pair of birds were independent, and they bought them together. And the chiddush is like this. You might have thought, Al karchom mikol kan tzarech lasos chatos viola. The chiddush is, you might have thought that we are forced to say that each kan should be one chatos and one carbanola. You're not allowed to take one kan and say that this is going to be both carbanola, each for the two women, and then from the second one, 2 carbon chatos. So because that wasn't the way they were arranged. The original, when you originally bought these, you were thinking each one is a chatas and an ola. Maybe you would think you can't do that. Kamashmal, and that's the chiddush over here. We're teaching us, since at the time of purchase you did not specify that had to be the case, lemor predazu chatas or predazu ola, that this is a chatas, this is an ola. Afilu kavum la'achar lakicha, even if you said it after purchasing it, yachal hakohen lasos kemashir. So the kohen can do what he wants. And again, this is Rav Chisda's statement. Ein hakinen shall call mechusrei kapara. Anytime you have mechusrei kapara, again, that's the women that need to bring a carbon. They're mechusr in atonement. Misparshos ezu olav ezu chatas. We don't say it's designated which one's an ola and which one's a chatas. And again, we'll continue with Rav Chisda's statement in the next video on Daf Lamed Zayin Amud Beis.